I just finished binging Last Samurai Standing, and I'm surprised more people aren't talking about this show. It's pretty good. Alright, well, let's get into it. The story begins in the late 19th century, at the end of the Boshin War, where our protagonist, Sujiro Saga, is fighting across the battlefield to find the enemy leader. After he finds him, there's a brief fight, he takes his head, ending the battle. But instead of celebration, they're bombarded by their allies in the military, and thus the era of the samurai ends. They lose their lands and titles, are shunned by society as it's moved into the modern age. Now, skip 10 years into the future, Sujiro has a family, however a cholera outbreak is spreading across the country, taking his young daughter's life and infecting his wife. Desperate to save his remaining family, he decides to travel to Kyoto to join a martial arts tournament with a 100,000 yen prize that he heard about from a flyer that's circulating through his village. After arriving in Kyoto and meeting at the temple described in the flyer with the other participants, they're introduced to the actual game. The couple of people I have seen talking about this show compare it to Squid Game, but that's not exactly true. They're similar in the same way most death games are, with there being a prize and a group of individuals in charge watching the game take place, but that's pretty much all they have in common. There aren't multiple children's games they're playing, it's just a single race from Kyoto to Tokyo, where you have to collect a certain number of other players' tags they're given at the start, which will lead to the player's death because not having your tag around your neck for about 10 seconds means you'll be executed. And you need these tags to pass the checkpoints along the way. Even to leave the starting temple, you'll need 2 tags, which means you'll have to take someone else's, and things turn into a bloodbath almost immediately. Sujiro, who's suffering from PTSD, brought on by watching everyone die in that last battle, can't bring himself to kill anymore. He's also noticed a young girl among the crowd, and makes it his mission to protect her, still grieving for his own daughter. The two manage to make it out of the temple and start their journey. The girl's name is Futaba, and she worked at a shrine with her mother, who also has become ill with cholera, so she joined the game to save the lives of the people in her village that have all become sick. Along the way, they're also joined by Kyojin, a mysterious strategist with unknown goals, and Iora, a woman from Sujiro's past. The 4 make their way to Tokyo while trying to uncover the secrets of the game. Outside of the Game Masters, there are a couple of other antagonists participating in the game. Gintoshi is an old man that whenever he shows up, the show kind of turns into a horror movie as he slowly moves with a bell jingling through the dark, cutting down whoever's in his way. And then there's Bukatsu, a madman that only wants to kill and cause chaos. He despises guns because they kill too quickly, and his main driving motivation is to murder Sujiro. The B-plot of the show is about the government trying to uncover the people behind the game while playing politics to not cause another civil war. And it was refreshing to see people using their brains as they use the information they have access to actually find out who the Game Master is. And as far as the fights go, there's a pretty good amount of them in the show, and they just get more over the top as the series goes on, which is awesome. The last fight in the final episode had me cracking up. It's one of those things you need to see for yourself because of how unbelievably silly it gets. And you also aren't sure who will survive. There are a few characters I thought they were going to make main characters that didn't last very long. The show has 6 episodes out right now, averaging about 45 minutes in length, which makes it pretty easy to finish in an afternoon like I did. The story ends mid-race, so the second season, which will probably release next year I imagine, has an actual story to tell, unlike Squid Game, which was a 1-season story. The show is also based off a novel series that got adapted to a manga, which I might check out since I'm enjoying the show so far. And yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes. And apologies for butchering everybody's name. And that's all I got. See you later.